9.1. Choosing a profession. It's very difficult to choose which university to enter. It's terrible, but I don't know what I want to be.
I can't understand it. I've decided to be an engineer when I was 12 or 13, as I remember.
Of course you can't understand. You have always been good at maths and made fantastic car models.
Can you find things which you want to do every day?
I know for certain that I don't want to stay in an office all the time. I like nature.
Grace, you're good at chemistry. Have you ever wanted to be a geologist?
Geologist? I have never thought about it. I've always wanted to discover something.
Please, imagine one day you'll discover a huge gas or oil field and it will be called after you.
And I'll become famous. Great! I want to be famous. 9.2. Own business. Hello, you look very nice. Hi, thanks. You have always been a pretty lady. Not now. I'm very busy. Don't have any time to go to my hairdresser. Why? Have you changed your job? Yes, I have. I don't work at the hospital anymore. I didn't have any prospects of promotion. It's a pity. I remember that you liked your job. And what do you do for a living now? We have just started our own business. We? Who is your partner? My husband and I have opened our own dental practice. This is my business card. OK, thanks. 9.3. Part-time job. Hello, I'm very glad to see you.
Hi, I haven't seen you for ages.
I've got a new job.
Really? Where?
In a clothing store as a shop assistant.
Are you pleased?
Not really. It is boring.
Boring? Why?
Every day customers mess up the clothes and I have to fold them again and again.
Is it a full-time job?
No, only 3 days a week when I don't have lectures at the university.
I see. Let's go and have a cup of coffee.
OK, that's a good idea. 9.4. Job interview.
Hello, come in, please. Cindy, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Good morning, Mr. Gibbs.
It's a lovely day, isn't it? I hope it won't be rainy today. Was it easy to get to my office?
Yes, I was lucky. The traffic wasn't heavy. There weren't any traffic jams.
Cindy, I liked your CV. You seem to be the specialist that we need.
Mr. Gibbs, I'm happy. I've always wanted to work for your company.
Cindy, you haven't written anything about sports. Are you fond of sports?
Yes, I am. I was in my university basketball team. Basketball is my life.
Great! Our company has a basketball team. I hope we'll play together. I'm crazy about basketball too.
Fantastic. 9.5. Job interview.
Good morning. May I come in?
Good morning. How can I help you?
I'm David Campbell. I've sent you my CV. I have an interview at 10 a.m.
Oh, yes, Davin. I've just remembered. Sit down, please.
Thanks.
Davin, why did you leave your previous job?
My office was very far from my house. It took me 2 hours to get there, and there were no prospects of promotion.
Promotion? But I can't say that there could be a great promotion in our company.
At this moment, I'll be pleased with this position and salary.
Great. And I hope that we will get on very well.
Of course we will, and I'm ready to work very hard.
That's fine. 6. Suitable clothes for a job interview.
Emily, when will you have a job interview?
Oh, tomorrow morning. I'm very nervous.
Why? You have a wonderful CV. You look like a superstar. You can communicate perfectly. I always enjoy it.
Thanks, my dear. Only you can appreciate me.
Can you tell me exactly what you are afraid of?
Really? I don't know what clothes to wear tomorrow, casual or official.
Ah, now that's a good question. I can give you advice and you'll kiss me for it.
OK. For good advice, I can kiss you 10 times.
You're going to work for Robinson & Co. Find their site and see what their staff wear.
Yes, that's a great idea. Then I can make my decision. Thanks a lot.
No, no, kiss me.
9.7. Getting a job. What are you doing?
As usual, looking through adverts. I begin every day this way.
Why can't you find anything? There are a lot of vacancies. Do you still want to work as a driver?
Yes, I do. All these vacancies are full-time jobs.
I see. And how many hours a day can you work?
Only 4 or 5. Our lectures are usually over at 4 p.m. After it, I have to eat something.
Do you go to your sports club?
No, I don't. I can't afford it now.
Elton, I've just remembered our driver is going to leave.
Really? Can you ask your boss to employ me?
Of course I can. I hope Mr. Clark will agree to help you.
Thanks a lot.
9.8. Choosing a job.
Mary, have you chosen what university you are going to enter?
I don't have any idea. You are lucky. You've always wanted to be an engineer.
Do you remember my first model car? I worked to make it for ages.
I know exactly where I don't want to work. At a shop. Working as a shop assistant is very boring for me.
As for me, my company isn't the best to work for.
What's wrong? As I remember, you've always been pleased.
At first I was satisfied. My job was very exciting, but now we don't have any new projects.
As usual, you are full of creative ideas. I understand your feelings. What are you going to do?
I'm writing a project and going to change the business plan of our company.
Unbelievable. It's you, I recognise, my dear nephew. You've always been like this. 9.9. Problems at work. Oh, I'm very tired. I feel completely worn out, exhausted.
Why? It's only Tuesday and we had a fantastic weekend.
Only 2 days in the countryside. I need much more.
In June we'll have a holiday. I believe our 2 weeks at the seaside will be unforgettable as usual.
It will only be 3 months, but now I get tired every day.
It's because you have to get up early and you are on your own.
Only you understand me. My boss gets mad when I'm late again and again.
I've read somewhere that some companies allow employees to start working at a time which is preferable to them.
It's my dream to get up at 11 a.m.
But remember, you'll have to finish work very late.
And we won't be able to go to the theatre and to our dance club.
I advise you to work from home. You'll have more free time.
It's a good idea. 9.10. Being a boss or an employee. Den, what are you writing?
It's a new project for the business course. Is it better to be a boss or an employee?
Yes, it's a difficult question. There are a lot of arguments.
What about you? Do you want to start your own business?
I'm thinking about it. On the one hand, I'm pleased with my job and the salary is rather high.
But on the other hand, you want to be a boss and create something that you are keen on, don't you?
Doing business is always a risk. You can lose everything in a flash.
And your working day can often be longer than 8 hours.
You are involved in sorting out problems all the time.
But you can do exactly what you want. Have holidays when you prefer, change business plans.
I've always said that everything in our life has positive and negative sides.
It's life.
Point 11. Losing a job. Are you busy?
Why? I'm looking through job vacancies.
I remember you got a job only some months ago and you were pleased.
I was fired last Friday. I didn't want to upset you.
What happened? I remember it took you a lot of effort to get that job. What was wrong?
There were some reasons. Even when I started working, I wasn't happy. It took me around 2 hours to get to the office by car.
You could get there by metro. There aren't any traffic jams.
And Mr. Harris, my boss, was very mean to me. He made me correct my project many times.
Your salary was rather high, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, but for this money I practically work not only as an architect but as an engineer.
Do you miss the staff?
Yes, they were nice people. I've made friends with a couple of colleagues.
Don't worry, I believe in you. You are a very resourceful person.
I hope to find a job before Christmas.
9.12. The right choice. Jake, I phoned you several times. You haven't answered. Where have you been?
I've had an appointment. I visited a job psychologist.
Really? It seems to me you made your choice.
Yes, I did. And my dad encouraged me. He wants me to serve beside him.
I'm sure he is right. What's the problem?
I wanted to have some tests and know what character traits I have.
You are very orderly, reliable and serious. I remember how you came to my birthday party for the first time. All guests were late, not you.
I respect people and don't want to make them wait for me.
I'm glad that you are going to become a military man, but I worry about you.
Why?
It's one of the most dangerous professions.
Some people should protect the borders of our motherland and keep peace in the world.
With you, I'm not afraid of anything. 9.13. Working as a journalist. Would you like to read my last article?
Of course, with great pleasure. Is it for your newspaper? As I remember, you work for The Guardian.
Yes, I do. Sometimes I write for the Daily Mirror.
I always wanted to ask you how to become a journalist.
Oh, I suppose it started when I learnt to read.
You mean to say that you wrote articles for the newspaper?
No, they were funny stories. In school, I edited our school magazine.
You could become a writer. Who and what influenced you to choose your profession?
Maybe our teacher of English literature. She always helped me with editing and publishing. Mrs. Morris was a great teacher.
I see. You can't imagine your life without writing.
I try to help people with sorting out their problems.